Welcome to Storyweaving. The Storyweaving strategy is the missing link between a good story and an amazing story. It's the difference between excellence and genius. And the missing key is the distance between the mind and the gut. Most storytellers are using their rational mind to tell stories. The rational mind is designed for solving problems. A story is not a problem. If we apply the rational mind to storytelling, we are self-sabotaging, and then because storytelling has an audience naturally, we are passing that self-sabotage onto our audience. So my job is to help people tell stories from their gut instead of from their mind. I work with a body of knowledge called the Toltec wisdom, or the Toltec knowledge. In the Toltec knowledge, we focus on the cultivation of the will, power, intent, and awareness. And by looking at how a story is a vehicle for the storyteller's intent and will driving that intent, we see a through line. We see what stories are actually for. And if we cannot see that as a storyteller, then we are telling a story unconsciously. And unconscious storytelling has become a chronic issue in the modern world. Personally speaking, I have been very affected as a child, as a preteen, as a teenager, and even later. I've been affected by desperate, traumatized, and energetically inaccurate storytelling. Different characters within these types of stories I have looked up to, and these characters have been transformation resistant. What that means is I have subtly inherited the resistance to transformation, the resistance to growth, the resistance to change, which is healthy and natural. And so I have inherited a tendency toward self-sabotage. And I'm not the only one. This is literally the most common thing in the world today. And it affects our lives so deeply, and yet we cannot even see it because we cannot see the forest for the trees. We cannot see our mind if we're using our mind. The mind is designed to solve problems. If we use our mind to tell stories, which I said are not a problem, we are telling stories that are not infinite in nature. They do not open us into the truth of being. They keep us limited into a lack of growth, a lack of self-worth, a lack of intimacy, and a lack of courage. So the story-weaving strategy reorients the storyteller to be able to tell stories masterfully. You would notice what I'm talking about is applicable to any incredible story in existence. People naturally, if they are a masterful storyteller, gravitate toward telling stories from the gut, telling stories where the words and the facts and the information and the nuances, the details of what happens are not as important as the underlying intent. The underlying energy of the story is what actually the story is about. But if we cannot see that, then the story is mental fodder. It's filler. And I know you don't want to be making a story which is filler. So the difference between a story that's filler and mental fodder versus a story that's coming from a gut and is exhibiting genius is energy. So join me on this journey. You can check out the Storyweaving book. You can check out the Storyweaving course. You can check out the storytelling type quiz. And I want you to be able to get as much as you can out of my work on this topic. If you really dive into this, not only will it change your storytelling, but it will change your relationship to yourself, and it will change your life. That is what it is for. That's why this is transformational storytelling. Looking forward to seeing you in future videos. Thanks for watching.